What's pop, my peeps? How's it going? Today I'm going to answer a question that gets asked very frequently, and that's in regards to this thing, this camera cage here. So without further ado, let's get it going. I've had this camera cage for a little over a year now. It's a SmallRig cage for my Sony a6300. This has been a very helpful tool for me, especially on the video side of things for client work, music videos, and commercials and stuff like that. Before we get started, I just want to mention that I will leave some links down in the description below for a bunch of different cameras for these SmallRig cages. These links are affiliate links.
Shut the f*** up!
What?
Nobody cares about your friggin' affiliate links.
I'm supposed to tell them. That's like part of the, you're supposed to, if you're
Nobody cares.
Them.
Nobody cares that you're gonna receive a small commission if they click the links down in the description. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Okay. So the biggest reason why I got this cage was, like I said, for the video side of things, but more specifically because it has these threads all over the place. I'm able to take this magic arm, mount it in here, put a monitor on the other end of this, and rig it up onto my camera. Most mirrorless or DSLR cameras only have a cold shoe or a hot shoe in them. So once you occupy that cold or hot shoe on your camera, you're not able to mount anything else to the camera unless you have something like a cage. Something great about this one is that there's actually a cold shoe right here, and this frame doesn't actually block the hot shoe on my camera. So when I have this on the camera, I can't really show you because I'm filming with it right now, but when I have this on the camera, not only do I get the hot shoe, but I get a cold shoe as well. Another thing that I really like about a cage is that it gives you the ability to mount a top handle on your camera, and I love a top handle. This top handle also has threads on it, so you can mount things on here. There's a cold shoe on top of this as well. All depends on what top handle you get. I really love a top handle, and if you are getting a cage, I would recommend getting a top handle as well because it gives you a different way to hold the camera so you can get different angles. Now, I actually haven't been using my top handle as much as I would like to, and the reason is because this doesn't have a NATO rail on it. Basically what a NATO rail is it's a quick release plate, so some top handles have NATO rails on them, so you can just slide it on, lock it, and you're good to go. And then if you want to go on a gimbal, you can loosen it, take it off, and then mount it to the gimbal. Recently, I've made my rig a lot more efficient to be able to swap from tripod to shoulder rig to gimbal, but I can't use the top handle when I'm on a gimbal, and because I don't have a NATO rail, I'm not able to take it off super fast. Obviously, the biggest benefit to something like a cage is that you're able to rig up your mirrorless or DSLR camera to something that's more like a cinema camera. Another thing that I like is it makes the camera a little bit bigger, adds a little bit more weight to it, which is better for shooting handheld, and I love to shoot handheld. The heavier your camera rig is, the less handheld jitters you're gonna get. You can definitely tell when somebody's shooting completely handheld on a mirrorless or DSLR camera, they don't have a shoulder rig or they don't have it rigged up, because you can see those little handheld jitters. The cage just gives you the ability to treat this more like a video camera, like a camera that was built for video, because you now have the ability to rig this out. Something that I didn't necessarily think about though when purchasing this cage is that it essentially adds an extra layer of protection to your camera. You know, last year, vlogging as much as I was, I tend to be a little hard on my gear. So having a cage where the cage takes more of the damage than your camera, it's just gonna be better if you're ever thinking about reselling your camera in the long run. Yeah, look at this. Let's see if we can focus. Look at that. Look at that. See if we got some other battle scars in here. Got one right there. Whoop. Boom. Let's see what else we got. I think that's it's pretty much the sides. All the sides are kind of worn. Now, SmallRig isn't the only manufacturer for these camera rigs. I personally just really like their products. I've never had any problems with them. I've also never had any experience with any other manufacturers, but I use a lot of their products. This video is not sponsored by them in any means. Like I said, I just enjoy their products. As I stated at the beginning of this video, I will leave some links down in the description for some cages for different cameras, because you can't just get one and put your camera in it. You have to make sure that it is manufactured for your specific camera model. So this Sony a6300 cage isn't going to be able to be used with a Sony a7 III or a Canon 5D Mark, whatever they're on right now. So that's going to be important to understand that you need to purchase one specific for your camera. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, smash that keyboard, subscribe if you aren't already, ring that bell, and stay hungry. Peace!